Bill Gates, likely one of the most recognized individuals in today's world. But when asked about him, the populace usually thinks of these two things. He's one of the richest people in the world, with a net worth of over $100 billion. He's the co-founder of Microsoft, one of the most successful software companies so far in the industry of office technology. But there are a bunch of feelings about Bill Gates you likely don't remember. People regard Bill Gates as his most important time in life at age 21 because of his contribution of co-founding Microsoft. But in reality, it is the actions that Gates did outside of Microsoft that makes him who he is. In fact, he himself has been dedicated to a life of philanthropic deeds through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in the last 2 decades.
Bill is optimistic that polio will turn into the second disease after smallpox disease for the better. Advancement in defending polio might be one of the world's best-kept mysteries in international health, he recognized at the Education 2017 annual letter. But soon he desires it can remain a secret no more. If things remain stable in these conflicted countries, the world can see its final example of polio that year. Bill Gates is hopeful that illness would turn into the second disease after smallpox to disappear for good.
Grants were given to 16 researchers around the planet in 2 stages to those applying modern approaches, based on basic technological processes, to create new, promising technologies. Additional to these Reinvent the Bathroom Situations, RTTC grants, Bill and Melinda have created a variety of different investments that are coordinated with reinventing the bathroom and exist continuously seeking to expand their partnerships on this challenge. In August 2012, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation hosted a 2-day Reinvent the Toilet in Seattle, Washington. This fair brought together participants from 29 countries, including researchers, architects, investors, proponents, and representatives from those societies who would finally change these modern approaches to sanitation. Toilet requirements included that it must operate off the grid while not connected to water, sewer, or electrical lines, cost less than 5 cents per user per day, and promote property and financially profitable sanitation services and businesses that operate in poor urban settings. In June 2010, Bill Gates and his longtime philanthropic sidekick, Warren Buffett, launched Giving Pledge, a campaign seeking to encourage the billionaires of the world to give away at least 50% of their wealth to philanthropy or charitable causes, either during their lifetime or in their will. After launching the campaign, the Microsoft co-founder vowed to donate more than half of his money and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to charitable causes. So far, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has donated $41.3 billion to different charitable causes. Melinda and I made national schooling our best priority in the U.S., because we needed to do something about the disparity in achievement and post-secondary success for students of color and low-income students, he tells. The injustice prevails today, and we are even as determined today to remove it as we were when we began.
How can one of the world's richest individuals confront the growing issue of global warming? In the climate change meeting in Paris, Bill Gates announced his new beginning, Breakthrough Energy Union, which is a union of individual investors who are dedicated to encourage clean energy firms to get their innovative ideas out of their work and into the market. By establishing this alliance, Bill Gates and 28 different members pledged $7 billion into this project. These members include Richard Branson, Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Ma, Jeff Bezos, and other billionaires from 10 countries.
In January 1975, Paul Allen received an article about the Altair 8800 microcomputer in Popular Electronics magazine and demonstrated that piece to Bill Gates. Gates contacted Micro Instrumentation and Telemetry Systems, the creator of the Altair, who received the programming language from Bill Gates and Paul Allen called BASIC. 8 weeks later, after that time, Allen and Gates were able to present their system to MITS, who held the rights to administer and sell this program under the name of Altair BASIC. This Altair agreement inspired Gates and Allen to create their own software corporation, as already known as previously stated, Microsoft.
It is very difficult to imagine our lives and work without the non-public computer in the past few decades. In the 1970s and early 80s, computer systems were no longer as common as they are today. It changed into a time whilst the idea of private home PC would have been mocked by many. The tech revolution required better machines, better technologies, higher software, but most importantly, making matters simpler. The PC could do precisely that and make the laptop private with user-friendly gear or software like Windows, Office, Paint, and many others. Thus, computing, which became far off and foreign to most human beings, might come to be a private and clean experience. Establishing Microsoft within the early days of microcomputers, its founders, Bill Gates and Paul Allen, dreamt of putting a PC on each desk in each home, a dream that might propel a small organization of just 30 humans to a multi-billion global force that employs 124,000 people and affects millions of lives as the leading software program organization in the world. And Bill Gates has been a pioneer of this change.
Our topic, Bill Gates, Breaking Barriers, is significant in history because co-founding the largest software company simply just breaks barriers at a glance. If you go deeper into why co-founding Microsoft is significant in history, you'll find that Microsoft produces most of the well-known softwares and consumer electronics, which 83% of enterprises use today. Polio, a once mass-spread virus transmitted through poor disposal of feces or through simple human contact. Vaccines to originally prevent the virus from entering the bodies of others are given through the funding of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to third world countries. The help of new clean toilets additionally aid to lessen the poor sanitation in which human waste gets into consumable resources. The Giving Pledge was a campaign founded by Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. In order to join, you were required to sign and vow to give at least half of their net worth to charitable causes. A coding language to start the revolution of modern-day computers. Computers we all use in modern-day society, as well as pioneering the beginning of private computers. All caused by Bill Gates, Breaking Barriers.